Everybody, welcome back to the best goddamn YouTube show on the...
Wow.
He's back.
All right, everybody feature the Careful Boys. We all here today, everybody. Let's go, let's go.
Anthony finally got on TRT. He's back.
Oh my God.
TRT.
Bart's finally marketing our t-shirts. Hopefully they sell.
Ding, ding, ding.
That would be it. That's a new edition.
Let people know you're afraid of everybody.
And as always, we are so thankful to those people who subscribe to our Patreon.
Thank you.
All right. Where you can join our Discord and submit really interesting questions, and we just get to banter about them and riff in completely unplanned ways.
I was wearing a Fear Everyone getting off the plane in San Fran got some looks.
Yeah.
Because people, like, it's like Fear Everyone. People just like.
What does that mean?
Are you sure it wasn't your Osama bin Laden George Bush t-shirt?
Could have been that. Could have been that. Could have been that.
Okay. So this is a question submitted by Frosty Clouds. All right. Thank you, Frosty Clouds. What's something that you're thankful to have experienced but would never do again?
Oh, I did one of those fucking swings at like one of those places with Shane Dawson's brother.
Oh, you mean the one that like cranks you all the way up?
Yeah,
and
they
then
go
after a certain amount
all the
of
way
time?
up where you're parallel with the ground.
Oh my God.
And then you just like go all the way to the ground and then swing out of the way just in time. Insane. Never would do it again. Never ever again.
You wouldn't recommend?
No, hell no. It's
Why?
Because it's terrifying.
Because you bought the...
It's once you're up there, you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done this shit.
But you're thankful you did it.
Yeah, well, afterward, I'm just glad that I lived. You know, it's not really like a. I would do that again. I wouldn't do it again.
I think thankful that you did it, but you never want to do it again, still might fall in the category.
Okay.
You might recommend it, but that's a great story though.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I think you're just name dropping Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson's brother. Shane Dawson's brother. I kind of know him.
I feel like I have a bunch, but I can't think of any of them.
Like drugs?
Maybe like having a kid.
I would do it again.
Hey.
I mean, it's not like you had to do any of the work.
Yeah, you didn't do shit.
Push it out.
Leave it.
All he had to do was blow fucking low, dude.
Yeah, leaving it is the funnest part.
We get the best part of
Heavy
it.
lifting though, probably. In the early
But
stages.
the heavy lifting is you have to lift your heavy wife while she's like pregnant.
Would you ever want to do a TV competition dance program again?
Oh, that's a good question.
He'll
Like
do it
me
for the money.
compete on it?
For the money.
Yeah,
Like to do exactly
Dancing with a
to
Star.
be on
You
it.
get,
Yeah.
you get an offer right now, or you get you get an offer next year.
Like whereas you're leading the team, you're part of the team. That whole thing again.
I'm a practical person, so it's like, is the price right? Is like always gonna.
It's a mill. It's a mill.
A million.
It's a mill?
Oh my
Bro, he'll suck their dicks for a mill.
I don't want to dance.
You need another choreographer? I'll suck some dicks too.
Yeah. I'll hop in there. I'll throw my name
Was
in
it
the
World
hat.
of Dance a mill?
It was, but like I wouldn't do World of Dance, so I think that comes down to the other version.
It's a new franchise. Something else.
Well, you got paid a mill?
No, we
That's
lost.
the prize money.
But you guys would have had to split a mill with like 180 people.
It's true.
180.
That's like my buddies, the Warp Zone, their YouTube channel. They have to split every check like 9 ways.
A mill. There's 10 of you guys.
I wouldn't say no. I would have to look at the variables, because like for example, we said we weren't going to do ABC World of Dance, or we weren't going to do another TV show after ABDC, right? And then NBC, and that was $100,000 on MTV. Yeah. And then NBC primetime turned into $1 million with Jennifer Lopez and stuff, and I was like, okay, well, the bar has been raised. Right. So like, if the bar can get raised in some other variable, then I'm definitely not going to say no.
What if
Going
it's...
up against teams of today.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's not like I won't be there, so you have a way better shot.
You know what I think though? I think the actual
That was a good one.
but I think the prompt we can't change the stakes. Because obviously Steve would go on the swing again if they paid him $10 million.
Yeah.
You know the whole point of it.
Way less.
So it's like the same, almost the same exact thing.
Would you do it again?
I do it for $5,000.
But then it is true. You'd be going up against teams that would compete today as well.
If it's the same variables, $1 million, Jennifer Lopez, NBC World of Dance, and then just the teams of today,
But since you're doing it again, like it could,
I would say no.
you would say no.
But now you know how the whole marketing stuff works. You could bring up kinesthetics, no, and use it as a marketing arm.
We were already doing that the entire time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually think we have more to lose today.
Why? What would you lose?
But like, if I have to compete. If I don't have to compete, I would have.
What would you lose though?
Yeah.
Like if you're doing showcase stuff?
No, like if I was like directing a younger generation of people.
Like young.
You're changing it. That's like Steve directing someone on a swing. Can't change it.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks
I
really
think
good.
that's fundamentally different.
What would be so bad about you doing it again as yourself?
I just don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, having like done it twice, you know, it's like you just don't want
But
to.
if the check was the check, the check's screaming at you.
But the motivation wouldn't lead to guaranteed success because you'd be like super upset about having to do
Also,
it.
as a creator, like when you're performing in it, your ability to see the vision is way different than when you're not performing and you're just directing.
On my show, Anthony would have just monologued that to camera, and then a trapdoor opens, and then he's going down a mountain. He's going down a mountain on snow.
A Japanese prank show.
Obviously, as a creator.
Okay, I've been caught.
And then he's just like, ah!
You're right. We're making it too real. That's my fault. We're making it too
Like
real.
a Japanese game show, dude.
No, that's good. Make it real. Make it real. No.
No.
But we just can't change the stakes. We just can't change the stakes.
I'm not changing the thing. I'm just telling you the variable I wish I wouldn't do.
Same
Okay,
variable. Same variable, but now. That's the whole point.
So basically it's a no, but if there were certain details that made it a better opportunity, like more money or all the other teams
better
suck.
crew members.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like that, you know. It's always. But actually, if the show called and it was the exact same variables, if Quest Crew was there, if Jabwalkies was there, I'd be like, I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. I get it. No, because
It's a completely
Yeah, that
different
makes sense.
experience.
yeah, that's
Because they'll
that should be
change it to
fun.
like America's Best Middle-Aged Dance Crew.
Yeah. Oh, I'd watch
And
that.
it's like the whole, they invite everyone back.
Seniors dance back.
Imagine it's like they bring y'all back for every era. Like it's like the midlife crisis era, the senior era, the
Midlife
death
crisis.
era.
Getting a chance again to go out, even if we lost Quest Crew a third time, that would still be more worth it for me to get that chance than to be the older guy in today's modern world. Because if we beat them, it's like, eh. If we lose them, it's like, you suck.
Okay, yeah, that's why Jab.
We
Yeah.
get like 2 years of content out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why Jabba didn't do it when we did it. Because it wouldn't have been fair. Yeah.
They were invited to compete again.
Yeah, but of course they have way more to lose than the rest of them.
Because they had a show at that point, right?
Yeah.
Dance crews though is like UFC, where like if you lose, you won't have a career anymore.
There's probably like a timeline on it, though.
Career-wise?
If you get beaten up,
Yeah.
you won't fight again.
Who came in third on your guys' season?
Super Crew.
No, see? Nobody
They're
remembers
big too, though.
Yeah, huge.
Super Crew's huge.
Yeah. Nagin. Nagin was on that.
But people don't even remember some of the winners.
Yeah.
Not everyone made
American
careers.
Idol's like that. Sometimes the fourth place person's the one who sells the most records.
Look at what's his name, dude? The cat, the Asian cat.
Clay Aiken.
He actually, his career outlived certain American Idol winners.
I actually only remember. Yeah, I only remember Ruben, Clay, William
Kelly,
Hung, and
Kelly.
Kelly. That's it. I
I
don't know.
remember, you remember Justin Guarini?
Guarini, yeah.
Dude, I love him.
Do you remember that movie that they
Justin
did?
Kelly.
Kelly, I watched it last year. First time.
Still holds up?
Yeah.
Clips. It's wild.
It's hilarious. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, like a one that you can like make fun of the whole way and it's entertaining. Yeah, it's
You
great.
Put on at a party and everyone finds something and be like, oh, that sucked so bad.
It's great. And it makes Florida look pretty sick.
Didn't you have William Hung on your podcast?
Yeah. He was really nice. He was in my house.
But do you think he knew that he sucked? Or did he talk to you as if...
I think he's in on it.
Oh, really?
I do. I do think he's in
I
on
also
it.
think it's a non-concern at the point of his career. Like it doesn't matter to think about that.
right?
Yeah,
If you're dunking checks, what do you care?
exactly. Yeah.
But I think we all shed that we were talking about that earlier. You shed the personal seriousness and you're just like, oh yeah, I'd rather just provide for my family and shit like that.
You know what I wouldn't do again at this age? I would go to boot camp again.
What?
Fucking get yelled at and shit.
Well, I mean, what would you get out of
And you
it?
don't fucking sleep and you don't eat food.
You can't shower.
And then you fucking, yeah, you're like just,
Subin's about to do it.
you just fucking.
Is he?
Wait, Subin's going in?
Well, he got accepted, I think.
What?
Oh no, he's gonna get spit out.
He's doing the military?
Oh, which?
Or police?
Which?
National Guard.
Oh.
Shit.
National Guard boot camp's like pussy shit.
Maybe he'll be able to do it then.
They just tickle you.
They overfeed you and tickle you.
I think it's a young man's game.
Overfeat you.
Like boot camp stuff, I think it's a young man.
Gets
Where
you
you
all
don't give a
soft.
fuck, you're like gung ho, I'm the fucking best, fuck kill
So
everybody.
would you get deployed again somewhere and do actual
I'd rather
military?
do that.
You're deployed to California coast, baby.
I'd rather do that. I'd rather like they go, oh, we need fucking humanitarian efforts, like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
former
yeah.
service members. I'd be way down. I'm like, But do I have to go back to boot camp, or do I
No,
just,
you don't.
or do I just
But what do
start
you
where I
think about
left
those
it?
guys?
But you're going back into service. You'd be going back into actual service, and they're gonna put you to aid Ukraine.
Can I do something I like?
What do you like?
You gotta like help fucking go to those neighborhoods where people are TPing their trees. You gotta pull those TP out.
Yeah.
Help liberate sapphires.
What do you think about those guys that pay to go to those programs that are like Hell Weeks, like designed by Navy SEAL guys, so they know what it's like?
Love that shit.
I think it's dope actually, but they're like, you can't compare.
50 and stuff too.
You can't compare something that's like 2 days
Yeah.
to a fucking like almost 4-month thing.
But those guys are
You know what I
paying
mean?
for it because it's like they've never probably experienced that before, right?
They don't have
Yeah.
conflict.
And
So
yeah,
they're just like, oh, let me just do this so I could feel like
it's like
hard,
it's
you
like
know?
comparing a marathon to like you go where you start and you see the finish line right there.
How long is boot camp? 6 months?
Mine was like 3.5 months.
Yeah. Versus a weekend.
Yeah, it's like 3.5 months.
And it's Marine Corps, dude.
And yeah, Marine Corps is not your time.
That's the real deal.
You can't like, oh. My wife's calling me. You know, like pull out a cell phone and do all this times out. There's no times out.
Is there anyone that you know that actually said, this, I love boot camp?
That went through it?
Yeah.
Probably not,
I don't think so.
Because you're surviving. It's not like you're getting through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even
He's like, "Please."
everyone that I know that's even like gone off to some crazy special forces shit, they just realized their ceiling was higher. So it's like, oh yeah, when you get your fucking teeth pulled out without Novocaine, it hurts, and then they go to the next thing. Oh, I could get 2 teeth pulled out at the same time, but it just hurts. It just keeps going crazier and crazier and crazier. They just realize they have a higher ceiling, but until you get there, you
2 teeth pulled out.
I don't know. Dude, like,
Would you, in terms of the prompt of doing things again, would you start another YouTube of just you doing long form sketches and comedy?
Imagine waking up tomorrow, you gotta dress up in wigs and stuff like that.
that's literally what I started just doing on my IG.
So you can do it.
And that's like when you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, like an actual channel, like
Every
Bart.
day.
Quotas and all that.
Yes. And it's all funny skits.
I need to have a long enough break, like a reset of content, maybe.
What if you had a hardcore director who could just like boom, 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 get you through it, and you're out of here in like 2 hours?
I think it's the machine I'm burnt out from. Like, you know, the whole like social media nonstop algorithm machine, and then the algorithm changes. So whatever you thought you knew now changed, and then now there's like
No. What I'm pitching, right? What if you got hired by a company?
Yeah.
You show up, you're there almost like an actor, and you're out of there.
oh, dude, if you're an actor, that's
Yeah.
way different.
Yeah.
I would much rather be an actor than a content creator.
The crazy thing is, like, if
Put me
you
on
People
Severance,
don't know that
dude.
there's a huge difference
Yeah,
between
put me on
those.
Severance. I show up, I get my fucking union wages, I get out. I don't have to worry about the success of the show.
You know what's weird too is that if you were to do that, let's say like all over again, Bart Kwan YouTube channel, the complete total game is also going to events, socializing,
Exactly.
and like showing up to stuff.
The machine and collabing with people. You know,
it's the whole like circle, right?
the whole machine of it.
Yeah. Go to VidCon. Go to do college shows. No, you don't want to
All
know
shows
that.
is fun.
College shows is still tight.
It's just the
It's
whole
fun.
the whole machine of it. I'm pretty burnt
But I
out.
feel like we'd get lectured over there now.
Yeah.
You can't say.
What
you go,
college would agree with
hey,
what should we
why
say?
is this called the retard show? And we're like, sorry. Yeah.
New branding.
Probably shouldn't say that stuff. Sorry, guys.
The retard show.
Dang, yeah, that's a different.
You see Joe Rogan? They went after him hard recently because he's like, it's okay to say retard again.
And they went hard.
I didn't know they went after
Well,
him.
they tried it, but nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, it's they're not gonna be able to do
Probably
that.
like airsoft pellets bouncing off of them.
Exactly.
It's so big now.
Yeah.
Legit.
Would you do what? You know the fitness competition where you won the swords? Would you ever do that one again?
Bodybuilding?
Yeah.
That exact same one in Fresno.
Or another show.
Yeah, the variables don't change. Variables don't change.
Okay, that one I actually would.
Whoa!
The only reason why is because after having done it, I understood more about the competition, and the next time I do it, I can get a pro card. And that would just be cool, just to be like have a professional body.
okay.
So through the same competition, I'm like, oh cool. So if I would have, so you'd be categorized as like a professional bodybuilder. So like people when they get into bodybuilding, their usual like goal is to get pro, because once you get pro, then you start doing the major competitions that pay money. So it's just that's like achieving your bodybuilding black belt, if you will.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, cool. All I had to do is change these things, and I could have got there. That would have been really cool. So I would do it again just to see if I can go, like, push myself harder.
Push yourself harder and get that dick smaller and smaller.
Smaller, really small.
Abs tighter and tighter.
The judges can't see it.
What about
That's what I noticed about the biggest dudes, man.
paid to flex?
What about
scale.
if Maker came back and they were like, we want Steve Greene Comedy to do his.
I don't think that I have the same temerity to like go to Venice Beach cold and like.
They want you to do that shit
My shit was all real, so it's just so hard to really do that in earnest.
in this day and age.
Yeah, it is.
Like man on the street type shit.
Yeah, because provoking people in public, but with an angle.
Right.
It's just a different. Like I'm at a different point in my life where I actually like love my wife, like want to, don't mind living actually. You know what I mean? Like back then, I really didn't give a fuck. I really didn't.
So different, huh?
Yeah.
What about
I was down to for what I was. My buddy Andy Vick was going to shoot me with a gun, and I was down. Like he was going to shoot me with a bulletproof vest on. I was down. Like I was just in a different mindset in my 20s.
What about Mike Gallagher comes back, totally sketch returns?
Put me in, dude.
Puppet
No, I
Cop
don't even
Puppet
know-
Cop is back.
I don't know. What are we doing? Like, what's the sketches and shit like that? If Mike wants to do something, I'm always going to say yes to Mike.
Really, even if it's just totally sketch returned and because that would be like what we're talking about.
I would want to like. I have a particular couple of sketches that I would still like to do before I leave this earth. Yeah, I think so.
The baby dick?
Yeah.
And I don't know what that one is.
We're not supposed to say what it is.
Oh.
That's okay. That's a good little. That's all they get.
It's a little
But
teaser.
yeah, no. I want to do a couple of those before I go. But I want to do it like Banksy style, where nobody exactly knows like who the fuck did it.
That's kind of tight.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But now there's a big hint out there.
They're not gonna remember.
Would I do another fight?
Yeah. Like what would it take?
Like a real one?
Yeah, like an MMA one, like the ones he's done. Like what would it take for you to do an MMA fight?
Probably money. That's probably the only reason why I would do it.
Oh, how much?
I don't know, like.
I'll put $50 on it.
If the purse was 50K,
And we
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd
and we
fight.
bet against it.
15K.
15K. I fight for.
I meant 15.
I might fight.
10K.
I might not fight for 15K.
What about for a condo in Henderson?
I fight for a condo in Henderson.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's really
Single
good.
family home in Henderson. I'll have two fights.
Condo in Henderson.
Section
There's
8.
no roof. No, I don't know. Like,
Because like let's say those social media promotions, they're like MMA fight. We got Nick.
yeah.
Here's 100 G's.
I'd fight like
You
that.
fight.
Yeah.
Would you do like a
Nick versus Bonesaw McGraw, dude.
Like, who the fuck is that?
Oh, it's Bonesaw!
Oh shit! I don't want to say that
Would you
fight.
fight in one of those
break me
YouTuber fights?
Depends who the matchup is. If it's fucking shooting fish in a barrel,
You
I'll do
versus
it.
BitBoy, dude.
Who's BitBoy?
BitBoy Crypto, dude.
Oh, he's still around?
Yeah, well, he's somewhere.
Yeah, I'll probably fight that guy. If his name is BitBoy and he does something else, if he's not from the fighting world, I'll fight that guy.
Yeah, he's on the fighting world. You'd,
like
you'd smoke him.
650.
You'd smoke him.
Shit, man, never mind.
But he would talk a lot of shit first.
yeah, he'd probably break me mentally. He'd probably make me cry.
You say yes to a YouTuber fight, it's Rod Tang.
I'm like, oh
my God, what
nah,
the hell?
dude.
It's like, why is it him?
I'm fucking double legging that motherfucker, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Wrestling that little bastard to the ground.
What if it was like
And he's still
Rampage?
laughing the whole time.
What if it was like Rampage Jackson?
Nah, I wouldn't fight that fool.
No?
Because he's older.
Nah, I want to fight that guy.
You right now versus Rampage?
Nah, dude, Rampage would knock my ass out.
Yeah, he could. You think?
I'd sit to my fucking butt and try to leg
Is
lock
he
him.
50 yet? Yeah, you think?
He's strong as fuck, and he's also a darling of the world. You know what I'm
What if in the contract he can't work out?
saying? Nah, I still wouldn't fight.
What
him.
about like Steven Seagal?
What about Alistair? Whatever his name is?
Alistair? No. Steven Seagal?
You wouldn't fight
Oh,
Alistair?
you put him on his back.
Get the fuck out of here.
You have to get Steven Seagal to the ground though.
The problem is I gotta grab him. The problem is I gotta grab him. And you know what happens when I reach? What's he gonna do? Grab my wrist, flip me on my fucking head.
Okay.
But Gene LaBelle fucking made him shit in his pants.
I know, but Gene LaBelle, legit judo. I have fucking white belt judo.
That feels like fucking judo
my
Olympian
judo.
or some shit.
My judo is fucking. You guys probably have better judo than I do.
Would you fight Jeremy Zargami in an exhibition?
Nah, dude, Jeremy's a motherfucker. He's a motherfucker, that guy.
He's really that hard to defeat?
Yeah, he's strong as fuck.
You guys just say,
He's
sometimes you guys
thick.
just saying names.
That's his buddy, that Lionheart. That's Lionheart Jiu-Jitsu.
You know what his last name is? It means lion.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean
What
Persian.
about, would you fight Tony Origami?
He's 21.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know how I feel half the time. Half the time I'm in this room, that's how I feel.
Tony Origami. Honestly, when he said that, I got scared. I was like, Tony Origami? Who the fuck is that?
Would you fight Rubber Johnson?
No way. That guy's impervious.
I know I speak for some audience members out there. You guys sometimes I'm like, who the fuck are you guys talking about?
But no, I would never fight Rampage. There's a video of him, someone throwing up a triangle on him, and he picks him up, slams him on his head. That's like his move.
In the day, I know that, but I wonder how he is now.
Oh, I bet he can still do that.
Because I think the only thing he's been doing lately is this at conventions.
Oh, damn.
All he needs is one, though. You know, all he needs is one. And he's way bigger than me too. I'm a tiny little boy.
If you got to fight, how long do you think you would need to have a fight camp? And like, how locked in would you be? Would you be like, no more podcasts?
Probably.
Don't talk to me, Tiff?
I would probably have to like just lock in. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything else.
Shit.
If you're gonna fight, if
Nick should fight.
if it's like money on the line, yeah, I'll fucking fight. I'm like going for full camp. Probably like. I'd give myself like a runway of like 6 months, like just training seriously. Yeah.
Wow.
We might
I have to change everything.
Different side of Nick we've never seen before.
Yeah, I'd probably be.
We should try to raise money.
Nah, I don't want to fight.
For $2,000.
Do the GoFundMe to make Nick do a fight.
I'm in.
I'm in, brother.
Against Tony Origami?
Nah, I don't want any crazy names like that.